Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to have you all here with us. And this is called Meet the Coaches, where I'm going to be introducing you to the incredible team of coaches available to support you whenever you come into the Careers Hub. But before I begin, let me introduce myself for anyone who hasn't met me before. My name is Miss V, and I'm what they call the Director of Careers. And what that really means is that my job is to develop career strategies, career plans, career initiatives, and make sure that the coaches are supporting you and with the most high quality customer service that we possibly can. I work with students from foundation year all the way through to graduate level, and of course, our alumni students as well. We offer one-to-one sessions, group workshops, and also professional development for Curtin Dubai faculty and staff. You'll often see me at the campus running around because I am not only meeting with students, but as I said, I'm also developing strategy, which means I will be speaking with employers, having meetings with other career practitioners, meeting with department heads at the university, and of course, meeting with all of you. And that is me. However, I want to introduce you to my team of coaches, and let's begin with Farah. Farah, I'll let you do your introductions.
Thank you, ma'am. So I'm a careers coach intern. I conduct discovery sessions, so they are like sort of what Miss Fee would provide, but on a lower level. She's more specialized with her, CV review and career advice. I give what is more basic, and I help provide information regarding the Careers Hub services, the systems we provide, and so on.
Thank you,
I also
Farah.
hold, yeah.
Keep going.
So I chose to be a careers coach intern. First off, I joined as a regular intern. I was figuring out what I wanted to do, and careers coach seemed like the natural progression. Like that's the role I really was passionate about seeking. And that's something I really enjoyed, to help the students one-on-one, like more. So it's more like personalized to the students as opposed to like giving some general advice or feedback. What would I aspire to achieve? Well, I'd like to be a careers coach in the future and like do it as a full-time job. So what I'm studying right now, my degree isn't related to it. So hopefully this internship going forward will help me achieve my goal. What makes the top 3 strength as a student who has been confused about his career, never sure before like really taking on this internship? I can relate to other confused students. Like I've been really like struggling to find a career path, so I understand what students are going through. Interning at Curtin has helped me get more information about the processes which occur at the Careers Hub. So like I'm kind of very knowledgeable, and I always help students discover like what we offer, and I help them with even other roles at the Career Hub. I can advise the other interns and students. And third of all, as I said, I'm a course which people believe is like really successful, being accounting, but that's not where my heart is. And I really think that it's at being a careers coach, which is why I'm seeking it. I like the sacrifice of following a career as an accountant and deciding to be a careers coach shows my dedication to the practice.
Thank you so much, Farah. And I think that the authentic sharing that you just did right now is exactly what is going to make many of our students feel very comfortable speaking to you. And in my role and in my years of experience, I come across students that are really scared of admitting that the degree that they've chosen may not be aligned with their career path. And so I think the strength that you're going to bring to our students is that normalizing that, hey, you know what, I've experienced this as well, and this is how I've overcome that. And I think that is a key component of high quality career support. And so I'm super excited to have you on the team, Farah, and I know
Thank you,
you've
ma'am.
already done an incredible job. It's so fabulous. I think you forgot to mention your vibrant energy, and that's another thing that students want to come into the hub and experience. You know, it's hard enough to talk about our anxieties about the future, and what we're not actually talking about is financial stability and financial security, and that's what our career will provide us with, right? So Sarah, thank you so much. And I think your degree has incredible transferable skills that will add value and already are adding value. So never forget that, Farah. And
Yeah.
thank you for being on the team. I'm super excited. And
Thank you,
now
ma'am.
we are going to introduce Amina. Amina is our newest career coach. She's joining us this year. And what makes me even more excited about having you, Amina, on the team is that you started as a foundation student with us at Curtin Dubai. And here you are at undergraduate level. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that, but I'm going to let you introduce yourself first.
Yeah, my name is Amina, and I will also be working alongside Farah as a coach in career coach intern as well. And I hope to be able to help other students with their CVs and helping them find their way with what they want to do. And I think I took this opportunity mostly because I feel like out of all the other opportunities, it's something that I can actually motivate myself in and grow in compared to like the other fields that were available. I feel like I can learn a lot of skills from the people that I'll be working with and learning a lot from the people that will be coming in and helping them out with what they need, especially with the course that I'm studying, psychology. It requires a lot of practice with talking to individuals. So I feel like that will really help with my confidence and help me with my interactions and help me grow in that respect. So yeah, and I just hope to achieve a lot of skills and gain a lot of practice when interacting with everyone and learning from you, Miss, and Farah, and everyone else that I'll be working with. And I feel like one of my strengths in this position will be I'll be able to interact with the students in a way that I hope will make them feel comfortable to tell me their issues and for me to be able to help them on a more personal level. I feel like also being fairly new student as well, I can relate with them on that level. So I hope to be able to have an understanding with them on that sense. And I feel like I'm very dedicated. So the fact that I've put myself in this position, I will try my best to make sure that I give them the best help that they can get and try and work to the best of my ability to make sure that they get all of their doubts answered and cleared up from me as well. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amina. And just as I was saying with Farah, I think what you bring to the team is the journey from foundation to where you are right now. Many foundation students tend to choose a course when they enter a university as what can I take that will let me get access to the university? And oftentimes, what I see with foundation students is they didn't have guidance in high school or secondary school. They arrive at the foundation program and it goes by so quickly, they rarely have time to really sit down and reflect. And then before they know it, they need to be applying for their undergrad. And I think you can normalize that journey with them. I know that when I met you, you were one of my students in my critical thinking class, which is really exciting. And you knew right from the get-go what you wanted to do. And I think that confidence that you have is something that foundation students particularly need more of. So I'm excited for them to meet you. And of course, undergrad students as well. You bring so much to the team. I love your empathetic nature as well, Amina. I think that's something that we need more of in career coaching. And I believe that in my experience working with students, one of my superpowers is my empathetic approach. And I think that helps our students feel safe and to speak with us. And I know, Farah, you bring that as well. So Amina and Farah, I think together you guys are just going to rock it out of the house, and you're going to be amazing. I'm excited for our students to have you both on the team. Now, whoever you meet with, whether it's me or Farah or Amina, what will never be compromised is the personalized support that we stand by at Curtin Careers in Dubai. We are here to support you as students and make sure that in every session, whether it's a drop-in, a discovery session, or a more in-depth session that's building towards your strategy, that you believe that we're working to identify your strengths, to help you unwrap how your interests can become transferable skills and employable skills. And of course, if you haven't already, in your sessions with us, we are going to help you really start to disclose and explore and discover more the career goals that you are beginning to explore as a university student. It's also important to remember that part of this personalized service means that we have to be giving you all of the information. And sometimes that information, sorry, I've got my my furry cat here. Nothing like a pet to interrupt a webinar. Anyway, the guidance is all about giving you informed decisions. And sometimes the decisions that you need to be making aren't always going to be rosy and perky. Sometimes we really do have to get into the nitty gritty, and you need to be accountable to the actions that you take. So sometimes you'll come into a session and you'll be like, man, this was a really heavy session. But it's important because the reality is we're trying to prepare you for your future careers, and we're also giving you life skills. Career guidance is not just something you do to find a job. It's actually a life skill that will take you throughout your life as you begin to age in an aging society. And of course, our personalized support is going to help you begin to explore career strategies. What I see with university students is they rarely look at their future employment as a strategy. They look at it as a CV and finding a job. And that's how we are different than any other career service you'll probably ever come across or have yet. In that, when you sit down, the process of meeting Amina and Farah and then meeting myself is all about building a strategy. Amina and Farah and I will be meeting on a weekly basis and discussing strategy and how we can better support you. So just know that behind the scenes is not only trying to create more personalized support for you, but also trying to recognize areas that we need to be improving to help you improve on your career journey. So without further ado, let's jump into a little bit of the differences that you'll explore as you come through the service. So meeting Amina and Farah predominantly will be foundation students and undergrad students, and we call these discovery sessions. These are your first interaction before you meet with me, or you may even continue to meet with Farah and Amina. It doesn't mean that because you met with them on that one interaction that you cannot continue. The idea of having 3 career coaches in the hub means that you get to decide who you're more comfortable working with. And sometimes you'll have a better relationship with one career coach and feel more comfortable to disclose your goals with that one coach, and you should have access to them. And that's what's amazing. You also have access to Amina and Farah at CV drop-ins. Sometimes they'll be leading the drop-ins, and sometimes I'll be collaborating with them on those drop-ins. And then, of course, you can access Amina and Farah via email, and you can send them some quick-fire questions and then discuss them in more depth. Sometimes there'll be drop-in sessions and you might not have time to make an appointment. You might be walking by the hub and you're like, oh, let me jump in and just ask my question. You want to be mindful of that because Amina and Farah and I have different schedules. Sometimes we may all be in the hub. Sometimes we may not be in the hub, and there'll be one of the administrators, Manav or Kiana. So the questions that you ask should really be quick fire and more, who should you ask? And that, don't expect to sit down and have an in-depth career conversation because that might not be possible when you do drop-ins. However, whoever's in the hub, if they recognize that your quickfire question needs more in-depth, they will encourage you to sign up for a session and direct you to the right QR code. Now, if you want to meet with me as a foundation student or an undergrad, you need to make sure that you first had your discovery session with Amina or Farah, because I take referral sessions only from Amina and Farah. However, if there is a red flag and you really need to speak to me, of course, we won't stop you from meeting me, but I will always ask you, have you met Amina and Farah first? So please take advantage of meeting Amina and Farah before you come to me, if you're a foundation student or an undergrad student. I meet with graduate students and alumni students only because their career guidance is a little more specialized and requires a little more in-depth experience and knowledge and insight. However, Amina and Farah will be developing their skills and soon will be able to support graduate students and alumni students alongside my career coaching guidance too. I also take, as I said before, referrals from Amina and Farah. So if you meet with them and want to meet with me, they're going to let me know the type of conversations you've had and their suggestions for an action plan for you, and I will move forward from there. If you are applying for an internship, either in Curtin University in Dubai or externally, I will be inviting you in for internship evaluations and internship prep. Before you go for an interview, I will invite you in to meet with me just to give you some quick fire tips before you attend your interview. And then, of course, you'll meet me at most of the career workshops or just walking around in the Careers Hub or around the university as well. And we're going to be launching our new service in October, I believe. It's the networking with employers, and you'll definitely see me at those events. Now, I did a lot of talking. If you do want to contact us, there's different ways that you can do that. If you want to contact me directly, this is my email, maria.petratos@curtindubai.ac.ae. If you want to apply for an internship, then you need to be emailing careers@curtindubai.ac.ae. And sometimes in your inbox, you'll find an email from the Careers Hub, and that will always come through the careers@curtindubai.ac.ae. And if you're not already, please do follow us on Instagram at Curtin Careers Dubai, because we are going to be going live more often than ever on Instagram, and those dates will be disclosed in the upcoming weeks. Now, if you do want to book a session with Amina and Farah, you've got the QR code here for the discovery sessions. And then, of course, you've got my QR code if you're a graduate student or an alumni student. And that is it for me. I don't have anything else. Let me see how I can stop sharing my screen and come back to the big screen. I don't have anything else to say. Amina, Farah, is there anything that you want to add?
No, I think you've covered all points.
Amazing. Farah, how about you?
Well, I'm excited to see all the students who want to use our services, and I encourage everyone to remember that there's no pressure, no shame. If you need help, go reach out before you're out there in the real world where the job market's competitive, and then you'll regret not taking all the help you could get. So yeah, I encourage everyone to take this opportunity.
100%. And you know what else, Farah, is that they really need to be taking advantage of this service, because out there in the world of work, people are paying 5- and 6-figure digits to have a career coach, and we have this access at our fingertips. So I would encourage everyone to really take advantage, especially as it's a service that you can have access to when you are an alumni student as well, which is uncommon in universities globally. I can tell you that firsthand, Farah and Amina, that career services after you graduate at many universities, most universities that I've attended anyway, you lose access after a few months of being a student. But at Curtin Dubai, we keep the access going for you because we know the benefits of career support. I can't wait to see you all in person. And that's it for today. Thank you everyone for coming.